All right, my bad, y'all. Was getting messages on YouTube saying that we wasn't hearing us. The mic is on right now. PSYOP lecture. This is PSYOP series lecture. I'm doing good. Okay, so I'm also on YouTube and TikTok. We letting everything load up. PSYOP series. Coincidence versus correspondence. So me as King Laudonais, I am an eschatologist, metaphysics, and as well a phenomenologist and a occultist. So all the information I'm giving you is data. So get the likes up if you viewing in. Get the likes up. I'm also on TikTok, so I'm letting everybody load up in on TikTok. Out of dental surgery, so bear with me on a lazy mouth. This is the PSYOP series, and we loading up for the PSYOP series. This is data research, and I'm also an eschatologist. Get the likes up, get the likes up, get the likes up. Also, link in with me on TikTok if you there. Get the likes up, get the likes up. It's probably meant for you to tap in and get the information instead of just trolling. And if you bored and doom scrolling right now, this is the introduction, the first chapter to the PSYOP series. Get the likes up for me. Get the likes up. This is coincidence versus correspondence. And this is most definitely a get your notebook ready series and your pen ready so you can get ready to take notes. And I'm going to be describing the PSYOP series. And if you're on YouTube and not on TikTok, you will be able to go on YouTube and rewind this after the live stream is done. So after the live stream is done, and y'all know any people that's been consistent with me, locking in with me, get the likes up. If you've been locking in with me, you know that I get blocked a lot. So this is get the likes up, and you know I get blocked a lot. So this is the PSYOP series. I'm gonna be dropping a lot of information that you probably need to tap in with. I'm at the end on TikTok. If you follow the TikTok, at the end we're gonna do a Q&A. Get the likes up on YouTube and TikTok. So get the likes up, and the people that's actually participating, I will be uh, administering, moderating points. So you'll be a moderator if you be consistent and let me know you are not trolling. We're letting a lot of people get in right now. And this is the PSYOP series. Coincidence versus correspondence. Coincidence versus correspondence. The whole point of me sharing this information with you all is that uh, on TikTok, after the end of the lecture, all right, people calling me and everything. The reason why I didn't even do the last lecture that I was supposed to do on Sunday is because of consultations. So get the likes up. People calling me consultations for consultations. This is PSYOP series. And my bad, my lips swollen out of dental surgery. The PSYOP series, correspondence versus coincidence. And I'm going to be demonstrating psychological programs that we are will that we'll be experiencing. Okay, if you spiritual, woke, or whatever the case may be, that's all that you should be able to look into and tap into, which is the psychological programs. Because only thing that'll be happening when you tap out of the matrix is psychological programs. So I'm going to break down to you. I'm going to give you an introduction. I'm going to give you reference work and bibliography to where you can understand psychological programming. As well as the beginning of this year, you will see that a lot of so-called black people was killed, lynched, murdered, and even if a person was there, they got off. What do this have to do with psychological program? What do eschatology as well has something to do with psychological program, or as well as the PSYOP series on TikTok, and if you on YouTube, get the likes up. We waiting till people come in, and we finna start this series off. And I'm gonna start the series off with reference work, proving that I'm not giving you nothing made up. You get what I'm saying? This is why in lecture series, and if you pay for consultations or lecture classes, that you was able to be in classes or was able to be privy to the information that I drop in a occult form and an eschatology form to even understand what I'm talking about right now. This is the possibility of why you have a bunch of distractions. Why you have distractions right now, and we, the so-called chosen ones, or even if we not, why do you have so many distractions right now? And I want to back up. And if whoever, what color you are, whatever race you are, if you are having this many distractions, or this matrix is causing this many distractions, it's 47. Let's just make up some shit. If it's 47 distractions and 47 things against you, then 45 of them motherfuckers didn't work. The whole point of me giving you the distraction, and my apologies, of me having a fat upper lip, and everybody asks me, am I okay? I am okay for the people that have been watching me. I'm okay. I just got a structure putting in so my ass can look Hollywood. I want to show you my whites, but my face is highly medicated. You get what I'm saying? All whites. I just want to show you, stun on you niggas. But get the likes up and share. All I'm going to be dropping on you is PSYOP data, reference work, data work. And before I drop that on you, I'm going to give you an introduction to prove, or to give you a different understanding to where you can have something in the air for yourself. The only reason why I'm giving information and choosing to be on camera, whatever we call it, is to even reach to that one individual and to have you to think outside your normal thinking frequency. Okay. Get the likes up on TikTok and get the likes up on YouTube. A PSYOP is psychological programming. This is why ever since the beginning of the year that you have been bearing witness to a lot of so-called black people getting murdered. Outside of that, what would I give the so-called black man and the black woman is this is a window for you to correct your status. You get what I'm saying? And on TikTok, at the end of this lecture, I will open the floor for Q&A, okay? So the information that I'm giving you is just an introduction. I very seldom be able to relate with anybody on how I feel, how I believe, and where I'm coming from. So I have to lay down data and research. So even if this reached that one person, this is what I'm doing this for, okay? Then again, this is King Dene, the PSYOP series. Full blown out of dental surgery, orthodontist surgery. And my cheeks feel numb to me, okay? So I am happy. So, okay, bear with me on this lecture. But I couldn't let this go on for no more. This is the introduction as well. This is the chapter 1, coincidence versus correspondence. Okay? So at the same time, how we have a lot of people that are at the same time we have a lot of people who are being emotionally involved in this. The reason why I do this is to show you that you have somebody out here, even if it's that 1%. Somebody out here is rocking with you, and it's a reason for you to be able to tap in and understand what your job or what you chose to come back and do. The importance is you not believing in anything and want to follow me, but to literally document this data and document this research. And I hope that makes sense. Documenting this research is more than everything. Anything. You get what I'm saying? So this is the PSYOP series. Part 1, Chapter 1. And as you can see, even on the frequency or me being an algorithm, you see how long it's taken for me to even tap in and even share information. This is what you want to be able to understand and realize that it's okay. That you don't want to go backwards. You don't want to go backwards if it's a hurdle or obstacle for you to go through. You want to keep going because your world exists. So just because shit is getting hard don't mean that you are evil or in the wrong spot. You get what I'm saying? You supposed to be tapping in and going hard. And now we're about to start the introduction. And they blocking me on TikTok right now. So get the likes up. Get the likes up, y'all. Get the likes up, y'all. Chapter 1, coincidence versus conspiracy. So I want you to get your notebooks out right now. Get the likes up right now. I'm in my own lane. And I want you to be able to tap in. And the craziest thing is to prove that I really do this spiritual work is that if you tapping in right now, we can erase time and space. So even if you at work and you got to make some money, if you tap into this right now, watch how fast time goes and watch what currency and money come to you just for tapping in on this frequency. This how real it is, okay? Now we finna start the lecture. All this talking. And I'm about to start the lecture. Let's go.
Of the rose and the cross, the Knights Templar, the sovereign and military order of the Knights of Malta,
the reason why I'm showing this is to show you that if you align yourself with witchcraft or whatever you don't want to believe in, whatever the case may be, is to show you that it's a spiritual principle that's still getting abided by. So whether you believe in this or not, it's people, whether you say they're black or white, rich or poor, when they actually is rich and able to maneuver and have an imagination to where they can manifest bigger, quicker, faster than you because they're in a different understanding. So with everybody saying that conspiracy theories is real, with everybody saying that Illuminati is real, I'm not saying none of that is wrong. I'm finna give you the first foundation to prove that everybody probably is right, because it is the energy that have to get created, because it's a system that's laid down. The system that is laid down that I'm finna display to you is basically the foundation of it, to prove to you that this shit is real. And even in the lamest terms, I'm going to show you information without me saying it, that you have a people that's following your science that you lost with what you will call witchcraft. This is what they do with it, and these are the families that's representing these energies to also reflect and play out this game that we are not a part of. You get what I'm saying? To play out this game that you are not a part of. So without me saying it or a black man saying it, I want to show you the reference work and the data to prove the possibilities of, even when you doing shit, you getting mad, you getting happy. You don't want to deal with spirituality at this time because you want to have sex. You hungry. That this shit is constantly going. So while you are playing with this shit, it's a system in play to where they can keep going and benefit off of this. Where somebody outside of you could benefit off of this. So let's proceed with showing you the foundation of what we call witchcraft, zodiac, horoscopes, religion, all of this shit. This to show you that this is literally who is benefiting from your worship. And if this shit is fake, then what's the possibility of these families being aligned? What's the possibility of these families? Because also the PSYOP is you calling this witchcraft, you not believing in this shit, and somebody else is doing something that you not doing something with.
William Cooper. Tonight, ladies and gentlemen, we begin the origin, the history, the dogma, and the identity of the ancient mystery religions which are now known as the mystery schools, the Order of the Quest, Freemasonry, the ancient Order of the Rose and the Cross, the Knights Templar, the sovereign and military order of the Knights of Malta, the Order of St. John of Jerusalem, the Priory of Sion, the Thule Society, or sometimes known as the Thule Society, the Order, the Skull and Bones, the Russell Trust, the Jason Society, the Scroll and Key, the Illuminati, and I could go on and on and on and on. But the most important thing to realize is that they all have been collectively known throughout the ages as the mystery schools, the Illuminati, which literally means illumined ones. They are all one and the same, as you will come to know. And you will understand perfectly how they've been able to infiltrate all of our society. What you hear tonight does not necessarily reflect my views, our beliefs, our religion. They're really from the shadows, you see. And they call themselves the guardians of the secrets of the ages. And their first religion was called astrotheology, or the worship of the heavens. And their first object of worship was the sun. The second object of worship was the moon. And everywhere you see the mystery schools or the mystery religion, you will see the symbols of the sun and the moon, also known as Osiris and Isis.
Get the likes up.
In the religion of the mystery schools, they believe that man was held
Get the
prisoner
likes
in the
up.
Garden of Eden by an unjust and vindictive God. And that man was not told by this unjust and vindictive God that he could have the same powers. And man was set free from the bonds of ignorance by Lucifer through his agent Satan, and many believe that the two are the same. And that's okay, because maybe they are. And that through the gifts of intellect, man himself will become God. Now, for those of you who understand what I am imparting to you now, you may not even have to listen any farther, for it explains everything that has ever happened in the history of man, and everything that is happening now, and all that is to happen in the...
Okay. The only reason why I'm showing you that is for you to understand things that's at play, so this will go beyond belief. You hear me?
I spent 16 years in the Navy as a naval aviator. I retired when my wife got sick. Heart failure, and she needed...
This dude Wesley Bell from St. Louis, I work with him as well. Hopefully I'll be able to share that information. Let's go. Okay. All right. So the reason why I showed William Cooper is to show you from a different aspect of the foundation of what we call the Illuminati or Masonic organizations and religious organizations or belief systems, the structure that they are operating out of, which is a patriarchic system, which what you will label a matriarchic system. This system is against the woman, let alone the black woman. Okay. So what I'm trying to display is the possibilities of the psychological program and the possibilities, let alone that you have CIA and FBI documentation proving that they are utilizing the black man and the black woman as avatars. You get what I'm saying? To psychologically run them. So the hardest thing for you to do in this space and time is to tap into yourself and believe in yourself, because a lot of people are unbalanced egotistically, let alone morally. You feel me? So I'm giving you documentation of somebody can fuck with you, remote view, and run your body without you knowing it. This is the introduction and the chapter 1 of correspondence and coincidence. I'm proving to you that these people, whether they black or white, CIA, FBI, is operating and been had operations and experiments on you to psychologically run you. In layman's terms, being in a remote area because you don't know that you're in a remote area. So somebody else took the receipt and the energy and the seat and running your body from a remote area. You get what I'm saying? Utilizing you as an avatar because they probably don't have melanin. At the same time, you and your ignorance is running zombie-like. This is this documentation, even on YouTube. If you got to follow me off of TikTok on YouTube, follow me so you can rewind this and get the documentation so you can get the research to prove that it's families, societies, countries, secret societies, organizations that's possibly against you, that's remote viewing you and running your avatar and having you emotionally involved in something. Okay? I used to do that too and all. So I knew the brother was on the circuit. So what Bobby Hemmett finna display is the research and the data of somebody being Michael Jackson handler. So in this part of this introduction, I'm proving that a lot of these celebrities, a lot of these influencers, a lot of these people that you look up to be having handlers to display a program for you to run and look up to validate something outside of yourself, to detour one person or an individual from the true route. You get what I'm saying? So instead of you going to your true route, you got frequencies, energies, and vibrations that's playing against you, that's throwing you off from even completing the mission that you chose to come back here and do. The first transmission that I gave you is to prove to you that it's families, governments, countries, secret societies that's against you. To throw you off from your route or your end-game goal.
So as a result, he said, look, man.
Bobby Hemmett finna show you and speak to you and give you research and data on how Michael Jackson also had a handler. So a lot of these people that you look up to, female or male, be having handlers, whether they political or in an entertainment circuit, they have handlers. As well as HR bills passed where you literally dealing with political people, your presidents, people that in power, people that's in power, possibility of being reality stars, and HR bills being passed for these reality stars to play out a propaganda. That's the new PSYOP. So all these black people that's getting killed, it's a possibility that these are psychological programs that's planned out, and these people probably are not dead. They probably literally playing roles and still alive and going to get ignited and inducted into a high class or high society form of living to have you following a propaganda. So all the data that I'm showing you is evidence and research data to prove that it's the possibilities of a one person, an individual, let alone a black person, having a handler and running their psyche and them not knowing what the hell is going on.
This is what happened in 1984. He said, I was doing some concerts around the northern area. He said, so I was following Michael Jackson, setting up for Michael Jackson when he was in the States at the time. He just, doing the tour. It started in the summer of 94 with his brothers and all. He said, so this was the one that was when he was doing it before he got with the brothers. Whatever he did. He was driving around with Michael Jackson. He said, we noticed there was a white man with him all the time. He was like that. He said, hey, that's the man with the money man. He said, so when I get back home, y'all, we gonna get that right. That money man. I'll have all that shit. He said, it's a bullshit job. He said, money man. So he said, they changed the joint and all that. So, the white man was on the stage and all the stuff was going down or whatever. And he said, they had a retail mission or whatever the deal is, and they said, they ran and they got his back. And they ran around the corner, and when they went around the corner, they opened up and it was a twin bill. He said, so this is shit. Can't we start y'all off? This is the money. He said, hey, just ran out, put that in place before the man got that. And then he said, he started just noticing it all, but he was doing this stuff. He said, and he realized what was going on. Apparently, he said, what it was is that Michael Jackson had his implant in his head, and the black was walking with him with his implant. So I started going a little crazy. So they didn't know what to do. Joe and the boys or whatever, on and on. So, and it's time to make So when they got in the room, they said, oh, what are you actually standing around in the room? And they started playing for him. As a result, the energy from all the black people in the room broke that dog microchip. And right after that, that's when they did the pedophile thing. See what I'm saying? So, it was interesting because I knew the brother knew exactly what he was.
Now I'm going to rewind this, right? So this information is for that one person that's out there. This is one of my elders I literally met before. Let me tell you something. In real time, I deal with real shit to where people or an organization is blocking my information, to where I see that my ego can ignite, to where I can turn on the people who I say I love or whatever. So basically, I could put these people in positions to where they can't even handle, and they don't even know it. And some real shit would happen to me, and I would turn on these people and saying these people is fake. These are form of psychological programs. This is why you have also Pusaisti doing something to Gucci Man in a business realm. Because you have something going on where it's a psychological program to throw you off and to have you representing yourself or literally profiling yourself. The same way that you have black people, rather it's a lot of black people don't have warrants or no problems, and they be nervous when the police come on. You get what I'm saying? And these are psychological programs to have you having authority over you. So rather you white or black. So this also aligning the white people that fuck with you and seeing like, oh damn, I fuck with him. I used to look up to him or admire him even if he didn't know it. I have a secret hate for him even if he don't know it. And then they off you, let alone these people, these so-called Caucasians that's up under indoctrination or a European-centric view will have a literal situation going on where they'll play out and kill a black person. So these are psychological programs to prove that this shit are signals or windows to prove that these things are real. You get what I'm saying? All I'm giving you is data, work, and research. Let alone I have real elders that I met and that know me, that know my mama, that know my grandma, whatever the case may be. We can keep going on with this. So this is not womanizing or a lie that I have. In this series, I want to break down and prove to each individual that's watching, to prove that a lot of people is under the psychological programs. Even if it's women or men that's displaying having multiple men or multiple wives, you are up under a form of psychological psyche mind control. The whole point of me doing this lecture and this research is to prove to you that psychological mind control is prevalent and it's possible. And in my teachings that I'm showing in this plan, I'm proving to you that a lot of people is up under mind control and operating out of a zombie-like state. This is one of my elders, Bobby Hemmett, proving to you research and data of him knowing a person who worked with Michael Jackson and them wanting to rob a white boy thinking it was money in a box, but it ended up being a transmitter. And the transmitter ended up being a psychological program mechanism to run Michael Jackson. You get what I'm saying?
I'm in it for about 3 or 4 years. Saw everybody, Michael Jackson, everybody, Eddie Murphy, and all this kind of thing. And I go and I just was dealing in the party. So I was doing so much until when the people would come down a year later, the dog gonna start and get, hey, Bobby, how you doing? I remember you from so and so. So when the brother started explaining that he used to be this brother from New York and he used to work in concert, and he was showing me his stuff. I said, yeah, I used to do that, you know. So I knew the brother was on the church. That was the brother. started in the summer of '94 with his brothers and all. He said, so, no, but this was the one that was where he was doing it before he got with the brothers or whatever the deal is. He was traveling around with Michael Jackson. He said, we noticed there was a white man with him all the time with this black bag. And he
Listen.
said, that's the man with the money bag there.
Listen.
He said, so when I get back home to New York, when he comes to New York, we gonna hit that crack and get that money bag. I'm gonna have my boys there. He said, shit, it's a bullshit job anyway. We could quit if we get the money back. So he said they cased the joint and all, and they waited till, you know, the Michael Jackson was on the stage and all the stuff was going down or whatever. And he said they had a brief intermission or whatever the deal is, and they said they ran and they got his back. And they ran around the corner, and when they went around the corner, they opened up and it was a transmitter. He said, so this is shit, we can't lose our job off this with no money. He said, they took the bag out and put it back and waited before the bag got back. And then he said he started just noticing it all because he was still with the tour and stuff. He said, and then he realized what was going on. Apparently, he said what it was is that Michael Jackson had this implant in his head. They had this cracker following him around and was fucking with him with this implant. So Michael started going a little crazy. So they didn't know what he was killing boys or whatever. All that.
Seeing if you can get on my TikTok and just get the likes on it. Cut the earth.
So when they got in the room, they said a whole bunch of black people standing around in the room, and they started praying for him. And as a result, the energy from all the black people in the room broke that doggone microchip. And right after that, that's when they did the pedophile thing. See what I'm saying? So, you know, it was interesting because the brother, I knew the brother knew exactly what he was talking about. You see what I'm saying? So on the other hand, we're talking about genocide. There's 75
Get the likes up, y'all.
Africans dying every month from so-called AIDS. 75,000.
Get the likes up.
So Africa is underpopulated on a mass level. You see what I'm saying? On a mass level. You see? Underpopulated. 75,000 dying with AIDS. I just wanted to give you that particular information on what's actually going down. And also now, I don't know if I told you, but in Atlanta, boy, you couldn't get no loan from the banks. You was black, man, if you didn't have no account, you couldn't cash no checks or nothing like that. All of a sudden, you can cash all the checks you want. You didn't even know they were grub checks. You know what I'm saying? I have damn Roy Rogers on that shit from 1930.
Okay, now, if I have to, I'll tap back into him real quick.
Missouri families are dealing with some uninvited guests.
So, all I'm displaying and try to give you the data for is that the possibility of psychological programming, and even if all the way down to your celebrities, is that these people might have handlers. And I want to give you something else if you never thought about this. Far as politicians and political people, even all the way down to your celebrities, how do you know if any of this real if you never even seen them in real time? A lot of people only see these celebrities in concerts. So you don't even know if your political, presidential, entertainment is all a stage, and people probably not even here in America doing this shit. What if you just watching a season and an episode? What if? And you thinking that something is really happening and it's not. It's all a survey to see how you're going to react to this. You hear what I'm saying? Right here, I'm going to give you the data work and the research data work of Candace Owens. And after this, I will give you the occult view, eschatology, and the phenomenology view of this. So please get the likes up, okay?
The day that Kanye West tweeted, "I love the way Candace Owens thinks," Charlie and I freaked out because we were convinced that we had somehow manifested that. I'm aware, I've received tons of emails, this goes against Christian doctrines. Since 2018, I was not Catholic, and I think it's important to discuss that.
Do you see my stuff on TikTok?
No, sir. I was saying that.
Okay, give it to me, give it to me, give it to me. Put in King Robert name.
He was saying live was unavailable.
Probably because you were a kid. Let me see. What's the live?
When I tried to click on it, I guess it's not showing me it anymore. When I was clicking on it, it was saying live unavailable. You can't join. I guess it's not letting me go to it anymore.
Wait, where are you? Hold up, I'm coming. It just kicked me out of
How do you go to my video? Just hurry up. I'm on live.
I don't think I can on here.
Okay.
It says I was underage.
You ain't going on live?
No, sir.
Oh, it's
It says underage.
Come here, then. Come here, come here, come here.
No lyrics inside out. This person does not want to be a part of the system. If we can get to Kanye, I think he'll join my Blexit movement. I gotta wake up Black Americans
Can you
to this
get on
scam
that chair
that they're
just
using
press
our race to
like
control our
buttons?
emotions, which now to me seems so molecular because I see how much bigger the issue is. But I just knew that Kanye West was not a part of the simulation, so to speak, and that the song "Power," as Kanye said, is a battle cry to be yourself.
You can hold it to where it's comfortable.
And I have this old text I'm going to show you from Charlie.
It's cool.
This is April 13th, 2018. This is what I said to him, just so you can kind of get the vibe of what was going on. I said, "Yo, Kanye West writing a philosophy book called Break the Simulation."
Listen, y'all, listen.
AF. And Charlie wrote back, "I love Kanye. He's my soul brother. I will find a way to him. I promise we have to." It's crazy to look at that and realize that he's about to tweet us, about to tweet me. So there was this incredible buildup, and we felt this palpable energy, a shifting almost that we kept discussing in all the messages. We're like, something's happening in April. Something's happening. And then on April 16th, Mike Cernovich, you might be familiar with him, he does this series of tweets, having not spoken to me or Charlie about how we were feeling, saying that he was speaking to a lot of his friends who could feel that there was some sort of an energy shift happening. So you imagine, we're like, what? There is something definitely happening here. How
And I'm just recording this data, y'all. Get this. Listen.
Series of tweets shocked me. So I sent those tweets to Charlie. I'm going to show you that now. These are from Mike Cernovich. He has since deleted these tweets, but you can ask him. He wrote, "A change in energy." This is Mike Cernovich. "A change in energy which stuns high consciousness people does not mean bad. It simply means that it's cosmic. A paradigm is shifting. Something is happening,
Right,
that
man.
people get angry at me. Shows the shift. Why care? The energy manifests itself in different ways." He goes on to say, "Several high consciousness people I've spoken to independently told me about feeling a shift in energy. Something is going on. It happened 2 to 3 weeks ago. I'm not talking politics or elections. It's much bigger. Energy shift." Saw this and I obviously screenshot. I sent the tweets to, or not screenshot, I just sent the tweets to Charlie. And I said, "Charlie, what the F?" I had a bad potty mouth in 2018 going through these tweets. I realized that. I don't swear nearly as much or at all anymore. And then Charlie said, "Yup, we felt it too. Remember I told you, the dreams got darker." Again, I'm painting a picture here of what was going on. And we're going to get deeper here on what transpired. On the eve before Kanye West tweeted us, again, we are still in April. This is April 20th.
Get the likes up. Get the likes up and listen.
Charlie messages me and he says, I'm on a run and I'm blasting Kanye West and we're on the brink of something big and like this is our time. Let me show you that tweet. Night before.
You see this?
I'm listening to Kanye.
I'm not even on the
just
camera.
running my streets. Are you ready for the war that's coming? We're gonna fight. We're gonna
Consuming
win.
substance.
I said, so
This shit.
exciting. It's our time. He said yes. And then the next morning, as you can see, I woke up to news of the tweet and I said, please pick up because I was shaking. And then Charlie wrote back and said, I'm freaking the F out. When I said to you guys, you had to be there, we were certain we had manifested. It was kind of freaky. That's the right word. We were freaking out, going, how is this real? How did we know what is happening right now in the world? And yeah, Kanye sent this now into this tweet. I love the way Candace Owens thinks. I want you to know this. Everything for Charlie and I changed in the blink of an eye in that moment. And retrospectively, it would never be the same again. It was indeed a paradigm shift. I mentioned to you guys yesterday that I remember that we both watched Scott Adams. I did not know who he was at this time. Again, I was very green, and I'm not an overtly political person.
So what you dealing with is a person, whether she know it or not, she is in zombie-like state, even if she's participating. And even if she don't know what is happening. I'm just giving you the data work and the research of the so-called black man and black woman. I don't like how that shit make my shit look like I'm missing a teeth. It's up under a psychological program. This is King Dene. I thank you for tapping in right now. Part 2 will be up all through this week. This series will be up all through this week. Psychological programming. So I want to lay the data work and the foundation to give you that it is possible. So you don't think that somebody is crazy. Alright? This is chapter 1. Coincidence with correspondence. Coincidence versus correspondence. If you conscious, you want to be able to read the room as well. So if you conscious, you want to be able to read the room. A lot of conscious people or who label themselves spiritual conscious still have themselves in a department of where they will say they don't want to align themselves with witchcraft or anything negative on this outside world. If you really tap in, you'll be able to read the room and you'll be able to see what you are supposed to be able to access. Ancestors aligned with memory. Christ, Christos, Jesus aligns with the heart chakra. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. I'll be back in with you with a less swollen face. Let you see how these motherfucking diamonds is. And all love, okay? Keep tapping in, get the likes up. Thank you for all the people who supporting. I'm an eschatologist, metaphysics, occultist, as well phenomenologist. I do spiritual consultations and psychic workshops. Contact me. The spiritual consultations is $50. Spiritual consultations or consultations is $50. We're gonna let this face unswell, and I'm gonna be more consistent on contacting and getting up with the people and showing them what they are part of. So even if it's that 1%, they can get motivated and start doing the work. I'm King Ladene. Contact me. All love, all abundance.